Hi guys, my name is Kimberly Zepeda and I'm a Youth Promotora with Latino Service Providers, and Sonoma Land Trust and LSP Youth Promotores bring you this edition of Lotería. Lotería is a traditional Mexican game of chance. Lotería means lottery in Spanish. For many generations, Latinx have long indulged in this game, similar to bingo. Yet instead of numbers being called out, images on a deck of cards are called instead. So let's dive right in on how to play Lotería. For this edition of Lotería, there are 7 steps on how to play. Step 1. There are going to be 2 pages of call cards with nature words. Cut out all the call cards and designate a person to be el cantero, the card caller, to read out all the cards during the game. Some of the nature words that el cantero, the card caller, will be calling is words like el sol, which is the sun, el viento, wind, la flor, flower, el árbol, tree. So these are just a few of examples of what el cantero will be calling out during the game. Moving on to step 2. From the 10 playing tables provided, print enough tables for all the players and have them choose which table they'd like to use. Sometimes some players even choose their lucky numbers if they are available. Moving on to step 3. Each player should find about 16 small items to use as markers. Dry beans are the most common item used. You could also use rocks, twigs, pennies, anything that's small and able to fit on the playing tables. Step 4. Before starting, select which pattern is being played to win. I'll now be going over a couple examples of patterns played in Lotería. This example right here is called 4 corners. This one is called full. This one is letter N, letter Z. This one is called 4 in, 4 out. This one is vertical. This one is horizontal. This one is diagonal. And this one is 4 in a corner. Going on to step 5. Going back to el cantero. El cantero lets everyone know when the game has started. El cantero may also choose to draw the cards out of a hat, bag, or however they like. The call cards must be shuffled before playing commences. Step 6. The call cards are then called by el cantero and placed in a discard pile. Lastly, step 7. As el cantero calls out the call cards, the players use their markers to mark the corresponding squares on their table. Then the first person to complete the chosen pattern and yells Lotería wins. This concludes all 7 steps on how to play this edition of Lotería. If you are unable to print out this Lotería game, there is an alternative on how to still play this game. So there's only going to be 2 steps following with above steps that we just went over. So the is going to be find some scrap paper and cut out 48 squares for your call and add the 48 nature words you see on the call cards we've created. Create 4x4 playing tables for each player. You can either replicate ours or write down the nature words, making sure that no word is repeated in each individual table. Step 3. Go ahead and follow the instructions we just went over. Another alternative is the Backyard Explorer Challenge. This would require you to either have your playing card made or on your phone and venturing out into your backyard with others or your closest window and marking your table what you see, what you hear, what you feel, and whatever you do, don't forget to shout out Lotería. Thank you guys for joining us in this edition of Lotería. I want to give a big thank you and gracias to Sonoma Land Trust and Latino Service Providers Youth Promotores for bringing you this edition of Lotería.